Yeah, perfect. So is my voice audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, so do you remember what we went through yesterday? What all topics we covered yesterday?
We covered the topics on VPN. We learn
Correct.
about
So
VPN.
yesterday we went through the topics of VPN, right?
Yes,
Correct. And I also told you guys to make note of it, right?
yes, sir.
Did you note it
Types
down?
of VPN. Yes, sir.
Okay.
The types of
So what are the
VPN.
types of VPN? Tell me.
Remote access VPN, site-to-site VPN,
Okay.
SSL VPN.
Okay. So, and also I taught about protocols that need to be followed while connecting VPN, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. What are all those?
Protocol is IPsec, OpenVPN, L2TP, IPsec,
Okay.
or I-
Yeah.
IKEv2
So among
wireless.
all those
Wireless.
protocols, which, yeah. So among all those protocols, which one we use for mobile phones? I mentioned it yesterday, right?
Yes, yes. We use for I,
Yeah. Which one we use for?
IKEv2.
Correct.
IKEv2.
Yeah. IKV2. Correct. Correct. Very good. Very good. So that's what we learned yesterday. Okay. About VPNs. And day before yesterday, I taught you guys about firewalls, right?
Yes,
Yeah. So I'll share a PowerPoint presentation now. Okay, just open it. Yeah, I will share a file on chat. Okay, just open it. Okay. Yeah, just download it and open it and share your screen now.
Download.
Yeah, just download it and share your screen.
Okay. So downloading. Download.
Did you download it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, then share your screen.
Just a second.
Yeah, Rahim, did you share it? Is there any issue? Yeah, Rahim, share your screen now.
Okay. Can you
Yeah, it is loading. Yeah, it is now visible.
okay.
Yeah. So open the PowerPoint which I shared. Yeah. Are you sharing it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I am sharing it.
Okay, but your
Is
screen
it
is still
audible?
stuck in. Yeah, now I can see. Now I can see. Yeah. Can you go to the first page, first slide? Yeah. So this is basically a cybersecurity awareness PowerPoint. Okay. So for the last 1 week, I was
Okay.
teaching you guys about the basics of cybersecurity, right? So all these basics,
Yeah.
why we are studying? Because we just have to understand a foundation in cybersecurity. So there are certain terms like firewalls, VPNs. protocols. So there are lots of terms, like lots of words like this in cybersecurity. Okay. So you just need to understand all these concepts so that only you'll be able to learn a lot in future. Okay. So if you are looking for a career in cybersecurity or anything related to cybersecurity, you must be having a basic knowledge on all of these terms. Okay. So here in
Okay.
this PowerPoint presentation, it's actually about cybersecurity awareness. So what do you mean by awareness? Tell me.
Um,
What is awareness? Yeah,
we
so let's just say people used to tell that uh, we should not drink cold water on winter season, right?
Mhm.
Also, we should not play on rain. Also, we should not eat ice cream at night time. Okay, so there are certain things like these where we used to get informations before itself, right? So something like that, like take making aware of it is known as awareness. So awareness means something that we in advance are taking action for something that is going to happen. Okay. So similarly, when it comes to the field of cybersecurity, awareness is really important because like if some problem happens and then we are taking an action means of course there will be consequences. But if we are acting before itself, like before a problem is happening itself, we are doing all kinds of awareness, all kind of precautions means then the consequence will be less, right? So that is exactly why cybersecurity awareness is important. Okay. So in this PPT,
Okay.
we'll just see through how it is done. Okay. So just scroll down to
Okay.
next. Yeah. So this document intends to spread general awareness. Yeah, it's basic awareness. Okay. Yeah. So see this report. Just keep there. Let's just go back. There was one report, right?
Okay.
Just place it. Yeah. So according to the latest cybersecurity statistics and reports in 2022, ransomware cases 54% jump from last year and mostly affected small and medium enterprises. Okay. So I told right, you should be
Okay.
aware of all these small terms. So here we can see ransomware. What do you mean by ransomware? What do you mean by ransomware? Tell me.
Ransomware.
Yeah,
Hello,
ransom. Yeah,
hello.
yeah, tell me.
Ransomware is a types of malicious.
Sorry, like what? I didn't get you.
Ransomware is a virus that looks your computer and file, damage the payment to get the back.
Okay. So is it exactly what ransomware is?
Ransomware encrypts the files on the infected device or network, making them understandable without the description key.
Okay, so I think that is the Google answer. That is something which you can tell in one word, right? So I want you to actually understand like what is ransomware or how it actually works. Okay, so that's what I've told you. When we are studying or when we are like learning about certain terms in cybersecurity, we should not just by heart it. Okay, we should not just by heart it, or we should not just read Google and understand it. We should just understand what actually it happens. Okay, so basically any file that is affecting your system, okay, that is affecting your system or affecting your file is actually known as ransomware. But if it is called as ransomware, it should be demanding payment. Okay, so I'll consider a case where I am a hacker. Okay, I just hacks your system and I am demanding some type of money for returning those files. Such activities are known as ransomware activities. Okay, so only a malicious file is considered as a ransomware if money is included in it. Got it? So ransom means basically money.
Okay.
Okay, collecting ransom. So ransomware
Okay.
means any attacks that happen into the system that demands money. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Got it.
ransomware attacks. So here in this presentation, what are you seeing? Ransomware cases are 54% jump, which means day by day And each day when we pass on, ransomware attacks are increasing. That means these large enterprises, medium enterprises, and all, they will be attacked by certain hackers, and their data will be stored in hackers' hand. Okay, and they will demand some money in return for those data. Okay, so that is what the latest cybersecurity statistics are shown. Okay, so that is one term. Okay, ransomware. So don't forget this next time in my ask. Okay, yeah. So ransomware is
Okay.
something that involves an attack to a system where money is involved. Okay. So next, 55,000 unique phishing cases through phishing URLs with SG domain. Phishing. So this is another term. Okay. What is phishing? Tell me. I've already taught you. What is phishing?
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
Phishing is the act of sending the fake mail message.
Okay.
uh,
Yeah, moreover. So any activity that is sent through, for like for example, sending certain fake emails, fake messages. So such fake URLs and all such activities are called phishing. Okay. So here we can see that also phishing scams are also keep on increasing day by day. Okay. 22,000 online scams, 58,000 malicious phone calls. So what they are coming to tell is right, day by day, phishing attacks and simulation attacks or ransomware attacks are increasing. Okay. So the need of an effective cybersecurity policy is really important. Okay. When it comes to large enterprise, when it comes to medium enterprise or any small businesses, cybersecurity is really important. Okay. So this is why we should be aware of all the cybersecurity policies and how it is worked on. Okay. Yeah. Now go to the next slide. Yeah. So here we can see that certain phishing types and ransomware types, spyware, what a password complexities are. So we'll just see. Okay, we'll just check. Just go down. So I already taught you about phishing, right? So we'll see what are the types of phishing and what are the types of ransomware attacks. Okay. Yeah, just go to next slide.
Oh, another step
Sorry, go to next slide, bro.
cybersecurity.
Do you have any doubt?
no,
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, go to that phishing slide. So yeah, you can note this down. Okay. I've already taught you about this phishing. So phishing is an act of fooling a user into submitting personal information by creating a counterfeit website or email. So that is what exactly I told you, like any fake email. So once a phishing person sends a fake email, this person will enter their data and their data will be misused. So that is how phishing is worked on. Okay. So yeah, he can
Okay.
accounts report emails, SMS are the most common type of branded phishing attacks. Okay, followed by web phishing also. Okay, just go to next slide. I want to show you the practical scenario of how phishing is worked out. Yeah. So here we can see a phishing email depicting a malicious attacker targeting victim. Okay. So this is an example, practical example of a phishing email. Okay, just read it. You'll understand. And if you didn't understand, just ask me. Yeah, just read that whole file, whole attachment. So Ashish, for your information
Mm,
purpose, the PowerPoint presentation is attached in the chat box. You can download it. Okay.
yes, sir.
mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm,
So
mm,
just read
mm,
the
mm,
phishing email and just let me know if you have any doubt.
mm. So,
Okay. So that is
so,
how a phishing
Okay.
attack or a phishing email attack happens? Any doubts?
Okay. No, sir. No, sir. Got it.
Your voice is actually breaking.
No, sir. Clear. All clear.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, go to next slide. See, there is a red markings. Okay. In case of doubt, check show original in email options. Okay. So what you have to do? So earlier you asked me, right? So someone in the class asked me, like, how can we check that whether an email is phishing email or not? Right. So we have certain
Yes, sir.
external
I.
tools that through which we can
Uh,
determine that. But apart from that, basic way is through this. Okay. In case if you have any doubt, check show original in email options. So if you go to email options and check show original, okay, when you click onto it, you can see this. Okay, received from dash and dash. So if the sender is unknown person, that email is a phishing email. Okay.
Yeah.
how will check, sir? I can't understand.
Yeah, bro. Check show original. So when you go to an email, in third option three, if you click at three option, you can see, okay, that three dot button. You can click onto that and just check show
Ah,
original option.
okay, okay.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah. So that is how you check, okay, whether an email is from original vendor or not. Okay,
okay.
you got it right.
Okay.
You can get the whole message script like message ID, who sent the message, what is the subject, what is the DKIM, what is the DMARC policy. Okay, you can get the whole thing. Okay, you can even get the whole file also. Any doubts?
No.
Okay, perfect. So that is how you check whether an email is legible or not. Okay, clear?
We can click. We will click here and show original. No.
Correct.
Oh,
Just
okay.
click there. I'll tell you. Just click there.
There. No.
You-
That is it.
Yeah, you can not from there. You can check from your own email. Okay.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Just scroll down. So yeah, this is the practical architecture of how an attack happens. Okay. So just see the diagram.
Okay.
So one is the attacker. Okay. So what here he is doing? Attacker sends an email to the victim. Okay. So from one
Hmm.
to two, two is the victim. Okay. So an email is sent to the victim. Okay. So
Hmm.
once that email is received by the victim, clicks on the email and goes to the phishing website. Okay. So I already told you if you receive any emails from unknown person, you should not open any links inside because that might contain phishing contents, right? So here in this case, the victim 2 has opened the email from victim 1, like attacker 1, and he has clicked
Hmm.
on to the phishing website. Okay.
Okay.
So in the 3, it is known as a phishing website. And what once the victim goes onto the website, all the information, sensitive information of victim is delivered to attacker. Okay. So what he does from 3, the attacker collects victim's credentials. What do you mean by credential? Any aware of it? What do you mean by
His
credential?
data. Data.
Not data. So credential means
Information.
login ID and password. Okay. So any login IDs and
Okay.
passwords are mentioned as credentials.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So the attacker collects the victim's credentials. Okay. Any doubt?
No.
Yeah. So once the attacker collects the details, he uses the victim's credential to access a website. Okay. So for example, if the attacker collected the phishing person's Netflix account. Okay. So it might be a legitimate website. Okay. So through this phishing
Hmm.
simulation, the attacker has collected the Netflix ID and password of the victim. So what he will do? He will try to sign into that Netflix every time he wants to through this email ID and password. Okay, so that he will get it for free. Understood?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Yeah, so this is how a phishing attack actually happens. Okay, so this is the practical architecture of a phishing process. So just make a note of it. Okay, just make a raw note of it so that you can understand that when someone asks you how phishing attack happens, you can just practically tell them this is how it is done. Okay,
Okay, okay,
yeah, just make a note of it, and once you make a note of it, just go to next slide. Yeah. So when it comes to cybersecurity awareness, we'll check this some of the common myths about cybersecurity. Okay. So what do you mean by a myth? It's a common English word. Okay. What do you mean by myth? MYTH. Any idea?
um, translate.
Okay. So myth means something that is not right. Okay. So we'll tell some certain things, the right? Like I'll give you an example. Okay. I'll give you an example of a myth. Mm, so certain things that will never happen. Okay. That will never take place, but we'll be telling like, okay, this will happen. Okay. So this is that. Something that is beyond our exception. Okay. So that is actually a myth. Okay. So myth means
Okay,
actually it's known as false allegation. Okay. So here we can see what are the common myths. Okay. So first one is I have a firewall, so I am very safe. So I already told you about firewall. Okay. So what a firewall is, I've taught you. So if you think that if you have a firewall and you are completely safe, you will never be getting attacked, that is a wrong concept. Okay. Even though if you have a firewall also, your firewall might get compromised. Okay, if the attacker or the hacker is smart enough, he'll compromise the firewall and he'll hack through the firewall also. Okay, so even if you have a firewall, you
okay,
should continuously monitor and look after it. Okay,
okay,
yeah. So I use https so my site is secure. So I already told you https is hypertext transfer protocol secure. Okay, so it is used for secure web browsing. But even if you use that also, you are possible to all the website attacks. Okay, so it depends upon how the hacker is. If the hacker is very smart enough, he can easily hack it. Okay, I'm using a password, so I'm
okay,
safe. I have antivirus installed, so I'm safe. It cannot happen to me. So all these concepts are actually wrong. Even if you use everything, if you use password, if you use firewalls, then also you're possible for cybersecurity attacks. So that is why we require a proper cybersecurity awareness. Okay. So that is why we
okay,
should be learning all these terms like phishing, simulation, ransomware, etc. Okay. So once you see any emails or once you come across any certain files, then you will understand, okay, this and this are malicious, this and this might harm your system so that you can avoid it. Okay. So that is why this PPT is very important. Okay. So you must go through this PPT once I finish this class. Okay.
okay,
Yeah. Go to next page. So these are actually case studies. You can just see this after the class. Okay. You can just refer to this after the class.
okay,
Go to next page.
okay, okay,
These are just case studies, real-time scenarios. So here are different types of phishing attacks. Okay. So I told you already because there are types of phishing attacks. So this is one type of phishing, that is spear phishing. Just read and tell me what you understood. It's better that way. Just read this and just tell me what you understood about spear phishing. Yeah. So did you understand what spear phishing is?
Sir, I will little bit.
Sorry, you're not audible, Rahim. Can you be a little bit more louder?
I will. I'll little bit understand this phishing. It means
Okay.
the attacker attacks the sensitive information and installing the malwares in our device.
Correct. Yeah. So actually, phishing means attacking the victim through emails or text messages, right? So similarly, when it is used to steal data by installing a malware, so this is known as spear phishing. Okay. So from by doing this, you'll be able to access the social media. I already mentioned about Netflix account, right? The thing which we saw in the
Yes,
architecture
sir.
diagram. That is called spear phishing. Okay. So
Yes,
spear phishing is often the first step used to penetrate a company's defense and carry out the target attack. Okay. So why we does is that the first step of hacking is actually getting the credentials. Okay. I already told you that if we get the credential, that is password and username of any data or of any person, then we can get inside the system, right? So this is basically
yes.
the first step of the attack, that is spear phishing. Okay, getting the credential.
Okay.
Yeah. So just see that note. Hackers were able to steal $1 billion in emails from businesses every year. Okay. So it is such a sensitive issue. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, just
Okay.
scroll down. Yeah. So these are the things that should be done to protect from spear phishing. Okay. You should keep your software updated, deploy multi-factor authentication. So you know what a multi-factor authentication is? Okay, I'll tell
Mm,
you. So if you try logging into your system, okay. So let's just say you are using any educational platform, okay. So a username and password window appears. So you'll be clicking username and password. So instead of directly going inside the website or inside the platform, what it does is like it will give a notification in your phone, okay, and that notification will consist of an OTP. So only if you can type that OTP from your phone to the website or into your laptop, then only you will be getting to inside that PC or inside that educational platform or website. Okay, so why it is done? Because in order to provide an extra security. Okay, so that is known as multi-factor authentication. So applying another security factor.
yes.
Okay, did you understand what MFA is or multi-factor authentication?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's just we our phone will be receiving a certain kind of OTP. Okay, so we should click enter that OTP in the screen, and then we'll be redirect, and then only we'll be able to log in, applying an extra security. That is MFA or multi-factor authentication. Okay, so then understand and self-learn about cybersecurity phishing techniques. That is what we are studying now. Okay, use common sense. Okay, don'ts use common password across system, open untrust URL and email. So this is what I already told you. Okay, so these are the do's and don'ts for protecting your system from spear phishing. Okay, now next slide. So then is the emails phishing. So email phishing is similar to almost similar to spear phishing. Okay, the only difference is that this is only carried out through emails. Okay, so all the attacks all the phishing that is carried out through emails are called email phishing. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Next, any doubt on this, you can just read and let me know. If you understood, go to next slide. Okay. So that is email phishing. Okay. So next we can see smishing. So it is just a term. Okay, that just a term used. So I already told you mostly phishing attacks are seen through emails and text messages. Okay. So through emails, if phishing is carried out, it is called as email phishing. And if the attack is executed through text messages or SMS, then it is called as smishing. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, the concept is similar. The only difference is that it is carried out through text messages. Okay. So
Okay.
that is the only difference. So the reason why I'm showing you this is like you must be aware, you must be very knowledgeable about all these terms. Okay, these are very important. Okay, when it comes to the field of cybersecurity, you must be aware of all these terms, short words and all. Okay, so if someone asks you
Mm,
what a smishing is, you must be able to answer. Okay, you must be able to answer that any attack or any phishing attack that is carried out through a text message or through SMS, it is known as smishing. Okay, yeah. Next slide. So evil twin phishing. It is another type of phishing attack. Okay. So an evil twin attack is spoofing cyber attack that works by tricking users into connecting to a fake Wi-Fi access point that mimics legitimate network. Do you know what? Did you understand what this is? So we know
yes.
that there are lots of
Yes.
public Wi-Fi's available, right? So if we trick someone, like
Yes.
if we tell someone like connect to this Wi-Fi, it is very speed, and if someone have connected to that Wi-Fi without checking anything, then if it has some kind of code or malicious code, then you will be getting phished. Okay, so then your sensitive data will be attained, so you should never do that. Okay, so hacking through fake Wi-Fi access point is called evil twin phishing. Okay,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
yeah. So just placing a fake Wi-Fi and asking someone to enter it and then phishing happens is called evil twin phishing. So now we can see how to protect from evil twin phishing. Just go to next slide. Yeah. So all these are basics. Okay, you must be knowing about it. Use your own hotspot. Avoid unsecured Wi-Fi hotspots. Disable auto connect. Never log into private accounts on public Wi-Fi. Use a VPN to encrypt traffic. Use two-factor authentication. Okay. So I'll tell you a practical scenario where this actually risks happens. Okay. So let's just say you are on a railway station. Okay. Then suddenly
Mm,
someone sent you some, let's just say 5,000 rupees. Okay. Someone sent you 5,000 rupees and you don't have proper mobile data in your phone. And what you will do? You will, for the time being, you will be connecting to railway Wi-Fi. Okay. Since it is free and full speed, you'll just connect to railway Wi-Fi. And in order to check the amount that is received or not, you will just log into your account. Okay. Whether it is HDFC, whether it is SBI or any account, you will just log into it. Okay. In order to check whether the money has received or not. So once you does that, if the public Wi-Fi of Railwire is not secured, since it is not secured, okay, an attacker can easily log into it and get your email ID or get your credentials, get your username and password. Okay, so once the attacker does
Yes.
that, then it is easy for him to loot money from you also, right? So this is a very common scenario
Yes.
that we can see. Okay, in usually in public place and all, this is how an attack happens. Okay, so you should not every time when you see a public free Wi-Fi things and all, should not directly go and get in. Okay, so it is actually a scam or it is actually a trap. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Under.
Go. Okay. Go to next slide. So next thing is called whaling. Okay. So this is a more a bigger concept. So all these things which we have already seen that like phishing, evil twin phishing and all that are all small things. Okay. Small attacks. So when it comes to whaling, it is a strategic phishing attack targeted towards high profile executives that is disguised as permitted email. Okay. So when we attack certain large enterprises, okay, let's just say an HDFC bank or any big platforms like Swiggy or Amazon. So when we attack or when we send emails, phishing emails to such big enterprises, then it is called whaling. Okay. So a whaling attack can happen quickly, but it is often executed over the course of weeks or months. Once trust has been gained, the attacker could easily try to get secret information from the whale. Okay. So whaling, as the term states, we are targeting a whale. Okay. Whale means a big fish. Okay. So similar to that name, any big fish or big companies will slowly gather certain information for a long period of time, and suddenly when we find a loophole, we will attack to the system, and it happens that phishing happens all of a sudden. Okay, so that is how whaling happens. Okay, so when you attack a high profile case, it is called whaling. Understood? Okay, perfect. So go to next slide. You can see the examples of whaling attacks. Okay, just read it. Your screen is still stuck, Rahim. Can you just
Is it clear, sir?
yeah. So here, if you zoom it, you can see, right? Just read it. Examples of whaling attacks. Okay. Just check that email. Okay, just check that email and read it. And let me know if you have any doubt. If you have any doubt in this, just ask. Okay. Just read and tell me if you have any doubts.
Sir, hello.
Yeah.
They collect the information using this PDF.
It's actually that
Hackers
video,
collect
right?
the.
So you can see that email. Okay, hi Caitlin. The attached invoice is still awaiting payment. The deadline is tomorrow, and I'm in an important meeting. Can you please wire over to the funds as soon as you can? Regards, Liam,
Mm,
manager, XYZ supplies, and they send an invoice. Okay, so
okay.
if certain company suddenly sees that email, they'll be thinking like, oh, this is email from client, and they will try to open this invoice. Okay, so this
Okay.
invoice is actually the trap. Okay, when you open this invoice, what it
Mhm.
happens, the client credentials or the people's credentials will be shared to the attacker. Okay, so that is how whaling happens. Understood?
Ah, yes, sir, yes.
Okay, super. Yeah, if you don't have any doubts, just go through everything. That is target, impersonation, and all, and then go to next slide. Yeah, so next type of attack is website spoofing. Okay, so it is not like email or phishing and all, it's somewhat different. Okay, so here in this kind of situation, website spoofing, we'll create a fake website. Okay, so let's just say I'll create a website called Abhishek's Money, and I'll just, it will be a fake. Okay, and it will be having a lot of trainings, downloaded materials and all. So, and I will sell it for free. Okay, so since people saw it as a free platform, everyone will come and visit that website. Okay, so if they visit using their username and password, I can gain their access, I can gain their credentials, right? So if attackers are using fake websites and getting the credentials of the people, then it is called website spoofing.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, sir.
so
Yes, sir.
here I already showed you about this tool, right? Just click onto that link.
Is it audible?
Yeah. So here in this, I've already shown you, right? You can type any IP address, you can click anything, and you can check the severity, okay, whether it is eligible or not. So that is how we can check whether a website is legible website or not. So just you can check by this also. Anything I've previously shown, right? Just you can just check with yourself. Any type anything and just check. Yeah. So
Yes.
www.instagram.com. You saw that, right? All is
Mm.
clean. Okay. And the community score is 0 by 34. So if you check any random website, okay, you can try checking www.soaptoday.com. You can check how much are the malicious attached, like how much is the virus present at all. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So that is why we use virus total, and that is how we can check website spoofing attacks. Okay. Yeah. Then go to next slide. So these are the things that should be taken care. Okay. Just check it. You'll understand. Domain name. So what do you mean by domain name? Tell me.
The name is like this
Ye-
HTTP and
No, HTTP is not
the
domain name.
it
What is
is
domain name?
dot in dot com.
Okay, so you saw that, right?
Bro,
www.virustotal.com. Okay. In
Mm.
that, what is the domain name?
Dot in com.
Dot in is the domain name.
Mm. Mhm. Uh,
Okay, I'll tell you.
virus.com.
I'm asking you, okay. So what is the this is the question.
Hello,
So let's just
hello,
assume I am the interviewer,
hello.
okay. And yeah, tell me.
Sir,
Yeah.
domain name is the unique name that you types into the browser to recite it's mapped to the IP address.
Yeah, it will map to the IP address, correct. So but I'm asking you, okay. So what this is the question. So let's just assume I am the interviewer and you are the candidate. So I'm asking you, what is the domain name of Facebook? What you will tell?
Facebook.
Yeah, what is the domain name of Facebook? You need to answer this question. Come on, tell me.
Facebook is
What?
www.facebook.com.
Correct. So www.facebook.com, that whole URL, right? So that is the domain name. So it is actually the unique name, okay? So it is only Facebook will be having www.facebook.com name. Okay,
Hmm.
so it directly maps to the IP address. So that is what a
Yeah.
domain name is. Okay. So whenever you click onto a URL, you must pay attention to that domain name. Sometimes it might be fake. Okay. It will be like facebook1.com. So that you should not click. Okay. So that is what they are trying to
Okay.
tell here.
Yes. Yes. And
Yeah. Go to next site that it shows the traits of a bad password. Okay. So this and all you can just read it out. It's just nothing. Okay. And go to next slide. Traits of a bad password and all. You can just refer to it. So yeah, these are the links that are provided. Okay. So if you need to check whether your password is strong or not, whether your all the passwords, okay, whether your Instagram password, Facebook password, everything is strong or not, you can check with this link. Okay. So it is a
okay.
legible link. You can check using this link. Okay. It is perfectly safe. Okay.
Okay.
So all these links or all these tools which I'm sending you, just bookmark it. Okay. So that you can use it in future. Okay.
Mhm.
So both of
Okay.
these links,
Okay.
www.passwordmonster and haveibeenpawned.com, both of these are used for password. Okay. So save both of the link and check whether your password is strong or whether you use different password for different applications. Okay. So when I change my password, all this can be seen through these two websites, these two links. Okay. Yeah. So make a note of it and then go to next slide. So
Okay.
ransomware, I already told you about ransomware, right?
Hmm. Yes.
Do you remember what a ransomware is?
Ransomware is the
Ah,
attack for the money.
correct. Very good. So any attacks that is demanding money is known as a ransomware attack. Okay. Very good. Next slide. See, screenshot of a system that has been infected by a ransomware. Your computer has been infected. So this is how error window pops up when you have a ransomware attack. Okay.
Hmm.
So you have six
Okay.
days. That is payment time, current price. So this is how a ransomware attack happens. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Next slide. So yeah, these are certain government associated websites. Okay, for cyber crimes, for lost devices, so, so certain botnets and all. So these are the websites that you can use for cyber related purposes in daily life. Okay, so track Android phone, erase data from lost phone. Okay, all these things, these are the links. Okay, so save all of these links and understand what are all its use cases. Okay, so your next task
Okay.
when you come on Monday is you must visit through all of these links. Okay, you must go to all of these links and use and understand all of its features. So I'll be asking when I come to next class about these certain links and what they actually do, and then you need to tell me about all those. Okay, so for that, bookmark up
Okay.
all of these links and just go through it and just understand what it actually does.
So,
Okay.
okay.
Perfect. Go to next slide. Yeah, so these are things that is for summarizing. Okay, just read it out so you will understand. Okay, so when giving a copy of ID, mention name, etc. in the middle documents. Okay, just read all of these things. Okay, these are actually basic cyber awareness policies that needs to be carried out. Okay, so the real reason for it is actually we should be aware how a cyber attack is happened. What are all the potential things that you can do to prevent cyber attack? Okay, what can you do once you have an attack? So all these things basically come under this PDF. Okay, so that is what you should be aware of. So just read this summary. Okay, read this, summarize it. Go to next slide. Is it completed? Go to next slide. Yeah, perfect. So that's it. Okay, so that is all about cyber security awareness. So what you guys should do while coming to next class is, first thing, you must visit all those links, all those tool links which I've already shared with you, and just make a note of all those things. Okay, just revise things, just go and explore the features inside it. Okay, and
Okay.
when you feel any doubts, just revisit this class and just check the recordings. Okay, so that you will
Okay.
understand what is what and all. Okay,
Hmm. Okay, sir.
yeah, so any doubts on today's class, you can ask now. We can just do a 5 minute quick revision and just tell me, guys, if you have any doubts about today's class, the topics which we have covered today. It's basically about cybersecurity awareness. So if you have any doubts, you can shoot now. Any doubts? So I hope you guys don't have any doubts. And as I've told you, if you have any doubts also, you can ping me on WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, that's it for today's class. Have a good weekend, guys. So come up with all the things which I've told you. Okay, when coming on Monday. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Bye bye. Good night.
Good night, master.
Yeah.